Man, today I realized something today, and I guess we've known it for a hot minute about what I'm going to talk about, but I really just dove into it yesterday. I researched yesterday because I'm like, it's really crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? As much as I'm excited about Mortal Kombat 2, Street Fighter, Scream a Million, whichever number of movie that came out, they did I Know What You Did last summer, the new scary movie getting ready to drop, the Halloween franchise, Mario Brothers 2, you know what I'm saying, the Michael biopic, like a lot of dope movies that I was truly excited for, but I can't help but notice one itsy bitsy little thing about all of this. Hollywood really ain't creating, new worlds like that no more. Do y'all notice that? Like, they're not really creating new movies. It's like, and when I mean new movies, I mean like new script, new ideas. Like, they leaning heavy on sequels and reboots and remakes and adaptations, video games and comic books and old horror franchises and old cartoons, and like Toy Story getting ready to come out again. Old characters, old everything. And don't get me wrong, I'm part of the problem too. You feel me? I admit it, because I'm going to watch all of them. I'm about to go watch all of them. I ain't even gonna hold you. I'm ready to see Mortal Kombat. I ain't had the chance and opportunity to go see Mortal Kombat 2 yet, but I'm about to watch that beast. When Street Fighter drop, I'm watching that beast. You feel me? I'm definitely going to see Scary Movie. So I get all that. But the question is, why does Hollywood, why does it feel like Hollywood is scared to give us something new? Y'all notice that? Why is Hollywood scared to give us something new? I just don't understand it.
And the numbers back you up. One recent analysis said that over the past 5 years, only about 12% of the top 20 domestic box office movies were original films, while about 2/3 were sequels.
That's crazy. Hear this, y'all. Over the last 5 years, only 12% of all the movies that came out were original. That's wild. I forgot about He-Man. Another one. See what I'm saying? And I'm going to see it. But only 12% over the last 5 years are original. So that means when we look at like big movies, the ones that are getting the big trailers and the marketing budgets, the Happy Meal toys, the billboards, the Super Bowl commercials, most of that money aren't going to brand new ideas. It's going toward things that we know already. And I think the first reason is real simple for this. Like, I feel like it's real simple. Hollywood's scared to lose money. That's it. Because a movie ain't cheap to make. We talk about actors, directors, writers, cameras, visual effects, market and distribution, theater, the press runs, the international promotions. You know what I'm saying? By the time that movie hit the screen, they might have already spent over $100 million, $200 million sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So when a studio choose between a brand new idea nobody heard of or a franchise that already got fans, that they usually gonna pick that safer bet, and that's what I feel we've been seeing. I like to see more original movies than the remakes, new actresses, actors, and same with some crazy plots. Straight up, I'm with you. It's like studios are at this place where they're like, no, we gonna take the easier bet. You know what I'm saying? That's what I feel like they're doing.
Because familiar names lower the risk. A sequel already has awareness. A reboot already has nostalgia. A video game movie already has a built-in fan base. The studio doesn't have to explain as much.
They don't got to explain, because you already do majority of the work, because you you already do what you do. I wonder if it had to do with the actors going on strike. No, that was just them just being hot about not being paid, really. They felt like they shouldn't be paid the right way. I mean, at least that's what I got. Fresh storylines are hard to come by, but would be refreshing. They would be. Like, they don't have to teach you about what Super Mario is, because we know what Super Mario is. They don't got to teach you about Mortal Kombat. You feel me? They don't got to teach you about Michael Myers and Halloween. You don't got to be taught about what Scream is. The audience already got memories attached to these franchises. So that's powerful, and that's that nostalgia cheat code that they just continue to beat into the ground. So when nostalgia becomes the main business model, creativity started getting treated like a risk, and that's where we are. I feel like it's because at one point I just feel like the movies we now call classics were the risk. Like Back to the Future was a risk. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, we gotta do something new. The Matrix was a risk. Jurassic Park was an adaptation, but the movie world, you know what I'm saying, they built was still a creative risk. Those are the movies that we see as classics. Friday was a risk. Boys in the Hood, a risk. Fast and Furious. Before they was a big superhero car universe, it started out as just street racing. But all of these were risk. You get what I'm saying? And Hollywood were risking a lot back then. I just feel like they were. And everything that has become legendary had to be new at some point, right? Like, well, how are we gonna get that again if every single thing that we're doing are reboots? I don't understand.
That's the part people forget. Today's franchise was yesterday's original gamble.
Yeah. Big facts. A million, because I love the Spider-Man. I love Spider-Man. Hey, look, I'm a Spider-Man guy too, and every one they make, I'm going to watch. So I get it. But that's why I don't hate sequels. I don't hate reboots. I don't hate remakes. I just don't like when that becomes the only thing being pushed, I guess. I want new characters. You know? We need new stories. We need new villains. We need new heroes. You know what I'm saying? So when the original movie does hit, like Sinners was amazing. People showed up. Sinners proved something. People aren't against original movies. People just don't want boring movies. You know, people are against weak marketing campaigns and weak marketing strategies. You know, people are against studios not really giving us original movies with the same push that they give a franchise. Like when something original come out, push that beast. You know what I'm saying? That's what we want. We just want when just give us when a new movie come out, that's what we saying is give us that same energy.
And movies like F1 show another piece of this. Even when something is not a sequel, Hollywood still likes built-in interest. Racing has a culture. Formula One has global awareness.
Yep.
Brad Pitt has star power. So even original or new-to-screen films often need a hook the audience already understands.
Yeah, straight up. You know what I'm saying? Instead of it having to be a reboot or a remake, like, bring in somebody that got the star power, that got that name, that's going to push the story forward. Use the stars. We got the stars. Use them. I get new opportunities for new people. That's cool. Sinners was absolutely that movie for real. It truly was. Because see, even when Hollywood does something new, they still looking for something familiar inside of it, if y'all don't notice. Like, and that's where I'm cool with it. Like, bring the famous actor. You know? They're gonna bring sports people that you already know. Sometimes it's a true story or a biopic, like Michael. You know what I'm saying? Like Michael was, or it could be they'll involve like a book, brand, toy, a game, something that that something that they could sell before the movie even starts. And that's what it's about. It's that marketing. Just give us the tools are there. So really there's no excuse to continue to just go back to, things that we've seen already. You know what I'm saying? Because look, if I say new Mario movie, you already know the colors, the music, the characters, the vibe. You familiar, you know what's getting ready to go on. You know what I'm saying? But if I say this brand new sci-fi movie, drama about a man trapped between the memory and reality, the studio got to work harder. And they got to explain it. And they got to build the audience. And they got to trust the director and trust the writing. And they got to, let word of mouth grow. And Hollywood don't got the patience for that no more, honestly. It's the whole world is getting lazy. That's what it is. The whole world is getting freaking lazy. And it's like, they don't want to put in no more freaking work.
Especially in the streaming era, audiences were trained to wait. A lot of people say, I'll catch it when it hits streaming. That hurts original theatrical movies because people may rush to theaters for a franchise event, but wait on something unfamiliar.
That's so true. That's so true. That's another major reason. Streaming changed the value of the theater, bro. It's convenience to sit and watch it at the crib. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad I'm one of those people because we got the option on Prime. Me and the fiance could have watched what's the freaking Mortal Kombat right on our flat screen. You feel me? For $24. Sat at home with snacks and watched it. But nah, I need this. I'm a theater dude. I gotta go see it at the theater. You feel me? But a lot of people want the convenience. Back in the day, going to movie was the main event. Now people, is it worth leaving the house? They got an option now. They don't got to leave the crib. Facts. Same. It's like big franchise movies feel like an event. The Marvel movies always feel like an event. Horror sequels, same thing. Video games, same thing, because they all got that built-in fan base. But original dramas, original comedies, original thrillers, like they're saving that for like Netflix series. You know what I'm saying? Versus giving us those in movies. Studios respond to that behavior. So, well, if people only go into the theaters for the event movies, then let's only make event movies. So it's kind of on us too. And then here's the problem. If you only make event movies based on old stuff and then you train the audience to only value old stuff. So it's like this stupid cycle that we stuck in. Hollywood is right now saying people don't support original stuff. That's their thing. People don't support original stuff. But then, how y'all gonna say that when y'all don't promote the original movies the same way y'all promote the other things? You know what I'm saying? So, when you don't give it the same, the theater count or the marketing push, you ain't letting it breathe. So, how could you say that original movies don't work? Maybe. You ain't worked the movie, Hollywood. You ever think of that? You ain't worked the movie.
That sounds familiar, Blaze.
Yeah, very familiar. Because independent artists go through the same thing. A major label artist drops, the whole machine moves. You know what I'm saying? Beyonce dropped, the machine moving. Taylor Swift dropped, the machine moving. Playlisting, interviews, ads, radio, visuals, influencers doing their thing, the press, memes, clips, behind the scene footage, everything. But then the independent artists drop, and what's coming right after that? Oh, nobody supported me. Nah, you ain't running the campaign. You feel me? Hollywood does the same thing with original films. They treat original films like independent artists. They treat sequels and reboots like the stars. They treat those like campaigns and treat the original movies like experiments. And if an experiment don't explode instantly, guess what? They moving on.
That's actually the perfect comparison. A franchise has infrastructure. An original movie has to build infrastructure from scratch.
Yeah, there it is right there. And this is why the independent creator should be paying attention. I'm real cerebral with what I talk about. This is why y'all should pay attention, because Hollywood showing us something. That brand matters. The audience, the world around the product matters. When people love the world that's created, they come back to it. That's why Mortal Kombat can keep coming back over and over and over. That's why Mario, Scream, Halloween, all of them can keep coming back. Because people are not just buying the movie. They're buying the feeling connected to that world. So for us, it's real easy. The lesson ain't just Hollywood is lazy. We got you, Hill. It ain't just that Hollywood is lazy. The lesson is build something people can return to. You feel me? That's where we at. Build characters. I got Samantha here. Y'all love Samantha. I mean, Pito and Prime may not love Samantha, but y'all love Samantha. Build characters. Build shows. I Feel Good Morning Show. Blaze It Up Music Showcase. You know what I'm saying? Build a universe. Build a community. I love y'all. I love my I Feel Good Morning Show community. My review of the Michael Jackson movie is 10 to 10. Build the catchphrases. We got to get into our early morning slurpage. Build the moments. Build something bigger than just one release. There's no excuse. I'm not better than none of y'all. You guys can do it. Because see, that's what Hollywood understands. They may be overusing it, but the principle is still working. That's the truth.
But the danger is when the business side becomes so safe that the art side gets boxed in.
And that's the heart of it. The business side says, give us what already worked. The art is saying, let us create what might work next. And right now, business is winning. You can't deny it. Business is winning. That's why we keep seeing part 2s and part 3s and legacy sequels and soft reboots and origin stories, spin-offs, prequels, side stories, multiverses, cinematic universes. That's why we seeing all of that. Everybody wants a universe now, the power universe. But not everybody want to do the work on building one. You feel me? And I'm not knocking the Power Universe because 50 he built one. He built the Power Universe, and I enjoy every bit of it. I love Raising Kanan. I love freaking Tommy's spinoff show, and I love all of it. It's a whole universe of that is dope. He built his own universe. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody want to do the work of building their own universe. Hit it. They just want the reward of one. And that's why some of these reboots do feel empty. Because they ain't made from passion. They made from accounting. They looked at the spreadsheet and was like, people recognize this name. Let's bring this one back. Tom Cruise ain't that old. You know what? Let's get another Mission Impossible. But just know that recognition ain't the same as connection. That's why some reboots hit and some don't. If you bring back something that with love, respect, and a real reason, people can feel it. You know what I'm saying? But if you bring it back just because you want to milk the name, people can feel that too, but then it don't hit the same way. Like there's a lot of people that wasn't really into the Halloween franchise or the new Scream movie that just dropped. There's a lot of people talking trash about it. A lot of people complain about it. You know what I'm saying? Because they were just like, yo, we need another horror hit. Hey, Scream is the way to go. And they just thought that was the safe bet, and nah.
That's why nostalgia can open the door, but it cannot carry a weak story forever.
It can't. We smarter than that. You feel me? We smarter than that. Nostalgia gonna get you in the seat, but the story. That's why I love wrestling so much. Like, I love me a good story. That they're it's the story. Like when it comes to wrestling, it ain't just about the matches, the fighting. It's about the story that they give us. You know, the characters make me come back. Yo, Von Archer in the building. It's the stories that make you come back. The characters. And that's where Hollywood got to be careful, because yeah, we love familiar stuff, but we still want good stuff. You know what I'm saying? Don't just show me the mask. Give me a reason to care. Don't just show me the logo. I need the story, cuz. Give me the story. That's why I feel like original movies still matter. Original movies is where the next generation of classics come from. When is Sinners is gonna be a classic, but it's like we need classics. Anytime we're like, oh, let's think of the classics, we going back 20 years from now and naming those movies. I'm going to say it again about the Michael movie. I give the Michael movie a 10 of 10. I said it twice. Anytime you ask it. Michael did what it was supposed to. Hey, come on, man. My mama said it, but took the words right out of my mouth. The Michael movie did what it was supposed to do. Jafar worked hard to be like his uncle, sounded just like him, embodied him, and should be an inspiration to the new independent artists that go all in. Real deal. I thought it was amazing. I thought they touched on the things that they were supposed to touch on. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you know, Hollywood got to throw some of their own little twist, you know, to really make it like a Hollywood movie. But the heart of it and the core of it, I felt like they did an amazing job. I thoroughly enjoyed it too. I feel like they touched on his, you know, the freaking prescription issue that he ended up having going on. They showed how that kind of got started. Michael didn't want to take didn't want the medicine or the drugs, you know what I'm saying, when he was in that hospital. But it's like, if you don't, you gonna be in so much pain. You got to. You know what I'm saying? That Pepsi, that, you know, the fire, that could have killed him. You know what I'm saying? The man almost lost his life. And then you see, and you can see his skin. You see the skin spots. They didn't harp on it too bad, but they showed a little bit. It's amazing. I love how because you know, a lot of people got there, oh, he bleached his skin and because he wanted to be a white person and all the stop it. But yeah, Michael was another level. So yeah, I loved it. It was an amazing movie. It was an amazing movie. So original movies, I just want classics back. That's it. We just really want the classics back. You know what I'm saying? That's where I'm at with it. You know what I'm saying? Straight like that. Where we at? I want to. What about the face surgery? I mean, I love that they touched on that too. Michael was like, oh, I feel like my nose is too big. Michael was a perfectionist. That's one thing that we got to see about Michael is Michael, he cared what people thought about him. He did. Michael wasn't that one that was like, I don't care what y'all think. I'm gonna do me just because I'm gonna do me. No, Michael cared. He took the art serious to the point that was like, no, this has to be the best-selling album ever. This has to make the impact I wanted to have. Oh, I can't look at the way I can't look at my nose. I feel like they're not gonna take me seriously. My nose is big. I'm like a kid. I need to. And he went and had the nose surgery. You know what I'm saying? Now, what ended up happening to it as time went on, that, you know, that sucks and that's unfortunate. But it started just from a young kid having insecurity, and I love that they touched on that. And then of course the main person that was mocking him about it was his daddy, and he was like, they touched on all of it. And I loved it. And part 2 gonna be amazing, because part two is what everybody thought was gonna be in part 1. Part 2 talking about all the stuff that happened afterwards, the court cases and all of that stuff. That's where everybody was expecting. So they always like, they crapped on the movie because they wanted to see all of that. Patience, my young grasshoppers. Patience. Jesus. But yeah, they did a great job. The movie was dope. And it sucks the way certain things are, because I hated that, Janet didn't want to be part of it. Yeah. So part 2 is gonna be a part 2 because they only covered a piece of his life. They covered the childhood up into like the 80s. You know what I'm saying? They didn't go into this movie covered while he didn't get to where he bleached his skin yet, the molestation allegations, all of those things. They didn't get to none of that stuff. They didn't get to the Dangerous album, and you know what I'm saying? They didn't get to none of that. So I feel like that second movie is where they're gonna get 64 to 88 is what they covered. So yeah. Oh, Pino, you know, I know exactly what happens to people who crap on the movie. You know what I'm saying? Where my pen at? Where my list? All right, I was looking, I couldn't find it. They lucky I don't got my pen or my list with me right now, because they would have made the list.
You're rocking with the best.
Yeah. I feel good. Please.